everybody. I hope you're stretching. I hope you're posture checking because we're getting into match 3 of tonight between CSUDH Burgundy and CSULB. And you're going to want to be in your best shape to watch this map because I know CSUDH is about to do a wash right now. And I'm going to be joined by my OP casting duo, Eli the Curry, and the OP Ben. What is up, you guys?
Not much. What's up? It's good to be back on this Monday.
What's going on, yo? Big Red, why you trying to pick a fight with me? Why are you gonna do this? She already know I be holding that regional bias for Long Beach, and she just gonna go ahead and start it out like that. You try to start this with me. See, McRib, you are currently in the middle of cyberbullying. You are attempting to make me feel bad for being proud of the hometown team, and I won't let you do it. And you know what else? We won't let y'all do it. We won't let you do it, and we won't let you go through it. The topic for this week's mental health awareness subject is cyberbullying. As all of you know, as you're on Twitch right now, cyberbullying is the act of making somebody feel worse using the internet, social media, Twitter, or text messaging. And it's something that we all go through in one form or another. Cyberbullying looks like a lot of things. It can just be passive-aggressive comments. It can be outright trolling. It can be negative things said about you or the people you love. But we just want you all to know, if you ever encounter something like that, please, please, please remember that people who go on the internet to say mean things about other people are really weird. Don't be weird. Be cool. If you need any help learning how to stay cool, go to www.thegamers.edu/health. where they can talk to you more about mental health awareness and things like that, how to deal with anxiety, cyberbullying. If you want to be around other cool people so you can be like in a stack, like a 5-piece against the other weird people who are trying to keep you from being cool, make sure to join our Discord. I'm in there, McRib's in there, Ben's in there. We hang out. We was talking about weird stuff. I think somebody started doing like super punch out noises and whatnot right before we went live. But it's fun. It's a good place to be. And you're around other like-minded individuals who care about you.
Come join the fun in all of our weird punch outs and the weird stories we get to share with between each other. Yes. We'll just start making random noises. I feel like that's just how all of us talk nowadays. It's either memes, random noises, or just other things in life.
That's how I got the job. I don't know what you did for your audition, but
I showed up. That was about it.
Flannel on.
Flannel and everything.
I'm sorry. Are you here? We're not doing the therapy session today. No, I'm here to commentate. Oh, okay.
I'm here for the chopping down trees. You're in the wrong one. Well, if I'm here anyways, let's see what we're doing.
There was a block of wood covering the door. Nobody could get in until Ben came through, and we just haven't had the heart to tell him that this isn't.
I'm not chopping down trees right now. I'm online.
You know, that explains why you like Breach so much. It makes perfect sense now. You think about the lumberjack thing, Breach, all of it now. That kind of fits in.
Makes sense.
It's vibes.
It's lumberjack or Viking. I go with either one. So that's where I'm at. You know, that's why I named my truck Odin.
That's a big hammer. Not hammer. That's Thor. Oh man. All right. All right.
Okay.
That's Mjolnir. All right, that's Mjolnir.
Let's talk about it. So we're going into CSUDH Burgundy versus Long Beach. Do you want to talk a little bit about your team, Eli? And who are you rooting for today, Ben, too?
I'm gonna have to go with Long Beach. Even though I know I'm on Eli's side, I really do enjoy watching Long Beach play.
I enjoy watching both of these teams play. I'm gonna say that. I have a soft spot for the team that's just up the road from me, but this Dominguez Hills Burgundy team has played very strongly. We've seen a lot of good plays out of that side from team captain Bayv, who's been running some Phoenix. We've seen BT come up huge. We've talked about Tugoma time in and time out. So this is a strong side, and they're definitely nobody to be, no slouches. Coming into this week, they are 2-2, holding at 500. So they're just outside of that upper echelon of teams as far as record goes, but they've still performed pretty well. And alongside them, we've got CSU Long Beach, who have also been playing really well. We've seen them speed run teams before, go through matches, something like 13-4, 13-3 really, really quickly. And we've also seen them grind it out and have some tough matches. So I think we've got a couple of versatile teams, a couple of teams that I think are going to be playing pretty well. But, like I said, at the end of the day, I know who's close enough to turn the cyberbullying into real life bullying. So I'm going to root for them so I don't get cyber or IRL bullied.
All I gotta say is on Long Beach we did have Rising Rage, and I remember Rising Rage, so I might
You guys have Oxy too, which is a little scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. There's this is gonna be fun. These are some of the I would say some of the more memorable players we've had from matches in the past. So you get them all in one lobby. It's gonna be exciting to see. McRib, you're talking. I want to ask you though, do you honestly think that Dominguez Hills will take this set over Cal State Long Beach?
Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Long Beach looks strong, but I said this in the last match. I have a thing for the underdog, okay? And I do believe Burgundy has played well. They do play cohesively. They don't necessarily rely on one person. I guess if they do have like a star, I would say it was Sigoma. Sigoma's Omen. Hope we see him tonight because I'm scared again against the Oxy Rising Rage duo. But I think they play really cohesively, and I think they definitely have a shot at least taking this, making it close at least.
You would. It's just like a Mercy main. I always pick the underdog though. That's very on brand, McRib. I love it.
Hey, every team though, every team's been playing amazing during this, and you got to show every team respect though. That's the truth about it.
That is true. That is true. I mean, I feel like this is going to be a fun match, like Eli said.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to this. This is a well-deserved main event on this Monday night. Hope everybody's locked in. Hope everybody's doing all right, and that your weekend was good. Actually, it's an extended weekend, huh? It's because of the holiday.
I still worked, so it doesn't really matter to me.
There you go.
I don't get holidays anymore. I just work, it feels like, and work.
That's the true life about graduation, is that now you just forget what holidays actually have any value because you still work all around the holiday. Like winter break now is a foreign concept to me. It's like, what do you mean you get 3 whole weeks off? Why?
And you're not doing anything? I can't even take 2 days off of work and be like satisfied. It's like, all right, I got to go back to work. I got to do something.
We got to get
literally preaching to like wrong people. These are like college kids that like still are in it. In, like,
this is how they know. This is where you're at right now as far as vacation and holiday time. This is the pinnacle. It's all downhill from here.
I mean, I feel like I'm in the same age group. I'm only 22. Shit.
What?
Sheesh.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about ages no more. Let that be the last one, because you don't ask a lady her age, and I don't want to talk about mine. So we're up in bind. But what are some features of bind we can look forward to seeing in this match?
I don't know. What do you think? Why do I always have to get why am I the one who locked into here now?
It's just how it goes. We just be doing that.
All right. Just switching it up here now and again.
All right. I'll take it. I'll handle it. Okay. So for bind, as you can see, we've got a top down, left to right, only 2 sites map. Okay. And we've talked about this before. Whenever you get 2 sites, you're looking at usually longer rotations. You're looking at quicker decision making out of the defender's side. There can be A, B, or C sites on some maps. Bind, you're only going to get the A and the B site. So what that means for your attacking side is you have to move quickly into your decision-making process, because your rotations are likely not going to be able to trick the defending team. So you're going to need to see these attackers find a weak point, press, hopefully get first blood, and then push with that into the site, because you're going to see the defending sides be able to get their strength to whatever bomb site that the attacking team is trying to put down quickly after the information is out.
And I love bind as well, because we also have the teleportation, and that can play a role into a lot of the strategies that are used on this map. So that's going to be cool how they implement that. I don't think we've seen Long Beach or Dominguez Hills on this map yet, so we're going to have to. This is going to be cool to see how they play on this map. I don't think I have seen.
Yeah, Sagoma starting out here. We are going to have Dominguez Hills Burgundy on the attacking side to begin with. As you see,
look at Rising Rage already going all the way in there already.
But Sagoma getting the first blood, hey.
Yep. There's the start off. We mentioned Sagoma's a name you're going to hear a lot. At least that's our anticipation. As we see Rising Rage get this flash off, but not able to get anything. No follow-up. Baby looking good. This is a great start thus far for Dominguez Hills Burgundy. With that said, already 2 kills, but only just now getting the spike down. So there's been some time here, again, for the rotation to come through from Long Beach, but they have lost their initial fights as Anarir.
Oh, that head. What?
Beautiful there, hopping straight to it, able to get one. But there's an objective here now. With the spike down, Team Dominguez Hills does not need to get any more kills. If nothing happens for the rest of this round, they will win. Once that spike is down, it is incumbent on the defenders to get the defuse. As we see, only one more standing, and it is Oxy, but he's not able to get anything done before he's picked off. Round number 1, pistol round, does go the way of Cal State Dominguez Hills.
I mean, even though it's only a 1 point, it's not enough to say or predict anything yet. You know, as we see them start, if they win 2 or 3 more, that's when we're going to start seeing the momentum. And we'll see it, you know, 1 round right now is not going to hurt anyone's economy too much.
Right,
But
the early rounds.
After
that, it does get very dangerous. The early rounds, usually, you know, more of a fill-out process. Obviously, first round, nobody's got money for anything other than a pistol, which is why it is commonly called the pistol round. As we see, Rising Rage now trying to get directly into it and does do well there. Phantom running alongside. That is actually quite an initiation there for Long Beach. See BT taken out by the shotgun. Anarir looking good so far, holding that short corner.
I thought he gave away his position there. I guess not.
Only having 1 attacker left, not even having the spike. Is Baby going to be able to pull this off? I know Babe does have shots,
but
not
Phantom.
able. Nope.
Getting the kills through the crate there. That was a well done there by Team Long Beach. You saw at the initial engagement, Rising Rage coming around that corner, got a lot of damage in. Now, Rising Rage didn't get either of those kills. It was Phantom cleaning up behind Rising Rage. So that's a great 1-2 little movement right there, using the flash from Phoenix to engage, and then Phantom on the raise coming through to clean up. And from there, we just saw solid positioning. It was an interesting buy-in from Long Beach. They invested in weapons after losing round 1. You usually see saves in that situation, but they decided to be more aggressive with the economy, and they were able to even it up. So we'll see how that aggression, if it remains, as we see Rising Rage looking at another early engagement, even behind enemy lines here, looking for a full flank even. See Sagoma getting spotted out.
Not sure. Looks like she's just trying to wait for that teleport, if it even is going to happen. We see him trying to move into the side over here on B.
We see Phantom here. This is what I was talking about, that long flank. This is an aggressive defense out of CSU Long Beach. And
even though Phantom only got 1 kill, she did do a lot of damage on the other 2 that she was not able to get down.
We see Rising Rage getting traded out here. Bad Dog able to clean that up. And one thing that long flank did, it did take advantage of a slow push from Dominguez Hills. They didn't even have the spike up at the time. So you see their advance has just been kind of mangled, and Anarir cleaning up with a shotgun on the back end. This is looking extremely unlikely now, as we see right there. Yeah, and I'm curious to see what the communication was, what the basis was for that attacking round out of Dominguez Hills. They've certainly been a coordinated squad. We've seen them do good work before. So I do wonder what it was that slowed them down so much to not even have the spike on hand at the beginning. As you see, again, at the beginning of this round, there's no spike holder right now. They're just leaving it as they advance forward. And I don't understand quite what the rationality behind that is. It's definitely slowing their approach. And it looks like Long Beach is playing into that by, committing and pushing aggressively.
And it's like, as we said before, wish we could hear what these teams, comms sound like, just to see what their strategies are and why they're choosing to go this route. Or I don't know why they're choosing to stay back and not try to aggress at all. Doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure if they're just trying to run the time down and, just kind of get everyone anxious, but it doesn't make any sense. They're wasting all this time and they're just making the defenders just have more of a heyday and just, relax.
Yeah, but as we see Rising Rage trying to engage there, getting up on the top step, picked off there by Lon, who is, I believe, is a substitute for this Burgundy squad. I believe this is our first time seeing Lon play. Sugoma getting the pick there on Phantom. So the slow approach is working here in round number 4. It's looking good thus far. But again, only 30 seconds to get the spike down. Even with the person advantage, you'll see Oxy turn the wrong way at the last second. Oh, wow, that is a crucial error. Now we've got even more time as the spike does go down there. And that is very unfortunate. Oxy surely would have had something to say about that. Oh no.
Y'all.
Did y'all just get a freeze?
I've got a freeze frame. Oh, it's starting to come back. There we go.
It's weird when that happens. It happens on the Twitch as well. So I don't know if Twitch just kind of just gives up and is like, nah, I don't feel like broadcasting right now, or what it is. We missed out. Go ahead, McRib.
Said Twitch just broke.
It'd be like that some days. But we do come back here in round 5, and we did see that Dominguez Hills was able to even up the score. It is now 2-2. So not quite sure how that round ended, but yeah, see BT getting.
We're moving on.
Yep,
moving on to the next round. And I mean, it feels like this game's definitely going to be a tug of war game. It's just going to go back and forth until one finally gets the 2-point lead.
Indeed, as we see though, another quick 2 picks. Rising Rage going out early. Now Anna Rear having to do the job. Flash there, yeah, that's a tough cover there with a flash in and a full push from Dominguez Hills as they get into the site. But here is Oxy looking to make up for that last round. Spike is down into 1v2, but this is still winnable. There's a lot of time here for Oxy.
Can he clean it up? Can he remove all the stains?
The question is, how are they going to turn this corner? As you see, Lon was on long side, and then you had, I believe that is, who's that over there on that? Is that BT? Yeah, you had Lon on the long, and then BT on the short, coming around that corner. That's a very tough flick to hit. You've really got to double tap basically and hope that they miss shots. And as we've seen thus far, Lon is not one to do that. Definitely keeps the grass cut short and doesn't let these engagements linger on.
Yeah, that might have went underappreciated, but I did like that one.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you, Ben. McRib was quiet. She wasn't going to say nothing. I think she's still mad at me for going on about the cyberbullying. See now. An eco round thus far, at least Rising Rage perspective, holding on to the shorty right there. BT gets a shot. Rising Rage does get one kill with a shotgun.
I was hoping he's going to get both. That would have been really cool turnaround for him.
Yeah.
It's a tough engagement, though. And to get a double with the shotgun.
Yeah, it's a really tough one. As we see Boop on the Killjoy. 3v1. Didn't have anything planted down and doesn't sight Bad Dog quickly enough. Bad Dog has played an extremely good match thus far. Looking really good in these first 6 rounds as Dominguez Hills takes the lead.
What do you guys see DH doing that's, kind of, dare I say, are they gaining momentum? I mean, it's been a pretty, push and pull so far, but they're up 4 right now. Or not, they're not up 4, they're up 2, but yeah, it's a 4v2,
I would say that the key thus far, I would say, one, Lon's reliability in these post-plant engagements has been crucial to keeping these rounds. I think Lon has definitely helped them finish. But we're also seeing some good opening play here. As we see Rising Rage on that ult is able to take out Sugoma. So there's an early win there for Long Beach. And that's been rare in these 6 rounds thus far. There's not been a lot of first blood drawn from Long Beach outside of those, the rounds 2 and 3. So
as he gets in here with the ultimate kill, really trying to start turning it around now. Still have all their players.
Absolutely. We see the flash there from Rising Rage. Basically baits out that ult for Bay V very quickly.
On the long side, gets him. Rising Rage is even going to clean it up. Trying to bait him out right now.
Oh, there's Raze with the rocket around the corner. Doesn't even need to see Bay V to finish off that round.
And why would you? You got a rocket launcher.
The Sova Firehawk into the ultimate was pretty nice. That was just like, we literally got to see step by step him gaining information and him using it to his advantage.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I will say about that round, though, it was a pretty dominant one for CSU Long Beach. They used 3 ults in that round. So they have invested pretty heavily in, securing that round and kind of, stopping the momentum. I would say that at the outset, that's a smart decision. But you also wonder now that, Dominguez Hills has the money to load up. Did you overinvest? Are you over, compensating? And are you going to be ready to hold this momentum now that the time comes for Dominguez Hills to punch back? Not sure that I would say that Long Beach is incapable of doing that, but it is what I would say the most fearful thing is we see right there, Phantom going to work, taking out Sugoma. We're looking through Long's point of view, but off screen. Phantom has done well for Long Beach thus far. There's 2, another one on Bad Dog before BT can finally stop the bleeding. It's been a tough push here for Dominguez Hills thus far, and they are without the spike, so there'll be some backtracking until BT can get a hold of that. See Rising Rage just patiently watching the teleporter.
So are you still waiting to say BT's full name until he gets that ace?
Yeah, I think I'm going to need an ace. I'm going to need an ace or one hell of a 4K. But before that, I think we'll just hold on to it as Rising Rage turns the corner on Bay V.
30 seconds left.
Oh, the flash comes out a little early.
Not able to get that flash off and turn that corner quick enough.
Unfortunate. Now BT fakes the plant, then gets out. But with only 13 seconds left, now you have to wonder what it is. As you see right there, Boop was well aware of the rotation. Great call-outs there from CSU Long Beach. Boop with a perfect grenade placement was right on top of BT's path. And Lon has nothing to do here except try to hold on and get out of here with that operator intact.
You do not want to lose that operator being, a $5,000 weapon. That is one heck of an investment and a very heavy investment.
Absolutely.
And apparently, according to chat, Lon is main roster.
Yeah, I guess I'm blind. I must not remember anything. I apologize for the disrespect. We certainly understand why Lon would be on the main roster with their performance thus far. I would say very strong. And, it makes sense because Lon is currently on the Omen, and that's the agent that we usually see Sugoma on. So I think it says a lot for Sugoma to cede Omen over to somebody else. Move on to the Rage, as we see right there. Sugoma, for that patent. That is like the Sugoma thing right there. There's a smoke down, and then put the operator on people's legs and just shoot them in the shins.
If it works, why not?
It's true. It basically puts them one shot. If they haven't taken any damage, they'll survive a leg shot. But it puts them, more or less on one shot from anything else. So it's a great setup support. The Bad Dog going to work, but Anarir going with the headshot on Bay V. Not letting anybody turn the corner. Anarir holding the spot now. Kills for him. Almost making it 3 right here. With the pistol trying to clean up, but still, the job is done. The push basically broken up as Boop gets another 2. That's a strong round there for Long Beach as they complete the comeback. Take over the league 5-4 now.
I mean, it's still, you can't even say anything about what you think about how the match is going to end. It's still that push and pull. It's that tug of war we've been talking about. And I think both teams are playing very well. There's nothing really to improve on. It's just like now we just got to, it comes down to that gun skill. And if they can really have those perfect moments to, punish those who use their abilities and how you can get into their weaknesses.
Yeah, we're
I
definitely
will
at
say
a.
though, like,
Go ahead.
oh no, go Eli.
Big Red, please.
I was just gonna say, I think Long Beach is just great at like getting the information. Like, there's just you can see it. They're so good at communicating and really getting that info.
Yeah, getting the word out is key, especially in these competitive settings. You know, in ranked, you can kind of get away with not having a mic, although you really should have a mic in. But if you're gonna play in something like this, and these are teams that practice together, that train together, compete against other teams, you've got to be able to spread the ears and eyes of the team all across the map. And Long Beach, we've seen a couple of great examples out of that. See, Baby trying to catch the rotation isn't quite able to.
where you are.
And this was a relatively low-cost round here for, Dominguez Hills. They have not harshly bought in on this round. They're not banking all of their money on this. So if they're able to get the spike down and make a real round out of this, this is going to be good for them heading into the end of this round. As we see the spike going down, but
See Oxy cleaning up that 1 kill. I'm waiting for Oxy to get that, like that a 4K or a 5K or an ace. I mean, just to, I really want to say, clean it up like Mr. Clean.
Yeah. Well, as we see, Anna Rear just halting the turn corner there for Sugoma. Get the defuse here. They're at the halfway point. They have time. They're trying to sight out any other weapons that they may be able to pick up. As a reminder, these rounds are 12. You go up to. Sorry, there are 12 rounds and a half. One team starts as the attacking side. This time that would be Dominguez Hills Burgundy. After 12 rounds, they will go over to the defender side. We're on round number 11 now, so we will be switching sides in a couple of rounds, and that means all the money that's been saved up until now will go away. It'll just magically vanish, and they will start over again with pistols with the side swap. So we're going to see full buy-ins for the next 2 rounds. There's no reason to hold any money back whatsoever. At this point, you're not going to get to keep it much longer than that. See Rising Rage.
Spent, like at the end of a fiscal year in a budget, you spend it or you lose it.
Absolutely. And so you see right here, Rising Rage with this aggressive engagement. And that's one thing that I will say out of Long Beach's defending half. They have been very comfortable pushing up and initiating. So for them, if they manage to take a lead into halftime, which we're not sure, it's not yet guaranteed, as Anarir does well again against Sugoma. Anarir has certainly been part of the force keeping Sugoma pretty quiet in this half. See Rising Rage going with the ult there. Gonna try to clean this round up, get this information as they turn the corner. There's it up. And it just shut down. Lon said, I'll have none of it. Turn around.
Still only got 45 seconds. It seems like a long time, but boy, does it go fast.
Rising Rage
He knows doing the work. That corner, get the second, not able to clean up the third. Can BT pull this off?
30 seconds left.
Well, in range here, you only need 2 kills to win this round. Although BT does hold the spike, that can definitely go into it. But they sighted the corner, cleared it a little too early, and Anarir was right there to continue their stellar work this half thus far.
Mm-hmm.
So now heading into this last round, if you're Long Beach, you're very comfortable. You know you're going to have the lead heading into halftime. Always feels good. And you have to wonder, and I will throw this to you two. Do you think that aggressive style now heading into this round, into this final round, you have to wonder if Long Beach is in a great position to really win this and close it out?
I see this, aggressive style they've chosen, or a strategy they've chosen for right now, is really starting to pay off for them. And you can see they're, going in probably into the next half, and when they switch to attackers, it could even work out very well for them, and they could just take the game entirely, just how aggressive they are, and how Dominguez Hills is not, right now, they're not doing too well with it. I might have switched up the team.
I think just start planning early when they have like a full team or close to a full team. It's just, I hate seeing when the spike hasn't been planted, the spike carrier is killed, they're just, Long Beach is just looking for someone to hunt. Like, I want them to plant early.
Yeah. Right now, you see the ults coming out here. Baby not able to make anything happen against Boop, who picks up 2. Now the 1v5 here is Bad Dog is basically just going to be hunted down more or less. They're just gonna look for Bad Dog and try to finish him off. If you're Bad Dog here, you're trying to do your best Rambo impersonation. As we see there, quick start out there, takes out Anarir. That's a good start.
Gets a 2K, but not able to clean it up anymore. I mean, leading this into 8-4. 4 points wins the game on their side. That is close, but it's very far away.
It'll be 5. You have to get to 13 to win. You're right.
That's right. I'm thinking 12.
Yeah. Certainly a great half for CSU Long Beach. And just based on styles, you would think that the preference is going towards them because they had been playing very aggressively on the defending side. With that said, we also saw some very passive, very patient rounds out of CSU Dominguez Hills. And looking at their agent roster, you've got Breach, you've got Omen, you've got Cypher. That says a very defensive team. That speaks to a patient style that is more comfortable letting the opponent come to them. So this could just be the calm before the storm, where Dominguez Hills is able to make a very strong defense.
That is true, but I mean they've already lost one in the beginning off that first altercation. Lon already going down. Lon being one of the strong players on that side, anyways.
Rising Rage doing well. There's another one for Rising Rage. That's 2. Spike through into the site and planted, and only 2 left. As we see there, Rising Rage with 3.
He would have got that one as well if he did not run out of ammo. And that's something I've been seeing lately. Like, not all of them want to reload after that first shot. And, like how a lot of us play in games. You reload, you shoot 1 bullet, you reload. But sometimes you see these guys just go with half a clip, and you just wonder, like, how is... In my mind, I'm like, I need to reload even if I shoot 1 bullet. You never know if that 1 bullet's gonna make a difference. But, I don't know, to me, it's kind of like an OCD thing. I feel like, they just walk around with half a clip. It's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I would say that, if you are aware and you saw in that situation, Rising Rage turned the corner, saw 2 enemies, you're going to want to finish 1. I think you just think the fight is still going there. You don't really have time. And you never know who's going to turn the corner. As you see right there, Rising Rage literally turned the corner, and there was BT there, able to get the pick as Boop follows up and is able to, get the revenge. But just like that, Anarir again. Anarir just feels like he's been everywhere in this game thus far. Like, just seems like kind of impossible to keep off the kill feed and make things happen for their side. And, kind of the story of the match thus far.
He really has been putting up a really good fight and keeping his team together, though.
Yes, there they are again, taking out Bad Dog, giving Boop time for the spike to go down.
Now putting that time restraint on them. And we're just getting that information is really critical. It's like, now look at this. We got 10-4, and it feels like 2 rounds, only 1 round has passed, and yeah, 2 rounds have passed.
Yeah.
3 rounds left. Like, that's mind-boggling, and it seems like Long Beach might be able to take this. They have been very aggressive, and it's really been working out for them.
All the same, you see the full buy. Well, I promise no bully here. I have full respect for this Dominguez Hills side. I wouldn't want to catch any of them coming around corner in the site A, so I ain't gonna talk no trash.
I don't want to be spawn camped.
No, please don't shoot me in spawn. We're seeing the full buy out of them, but look at the engagement early on. It looks like just kind of consistently, it's Long Beach who's ready to get the first shot off, who's ready for the first engage, whereas Dominguez Hills just kind of seems like they're flat-footed a little bit, maybe not prepared for the sense of urgency Long Beach is bringing out. We joked, the first time we saw CSU Long Beach, Rising Rage was playing with that type of ferocity, but it looks like it really has carried over to the rest of the squad in this game.
Maybe they all got dates tonight, and Rising Rage is the only one.
So yeah, it's a holiday. We're in college. We're only gonna get a few more of these guys. We gotta go quick.
I guess we spoke some wisdom into them. They're just trying to get it all done and over with.
There's Ozzy now, 2 in the site. Boop on the spike. They'll come around. This is gonna be a plant. And now you see a full rotation coming on here. Ozzy is gonna be able to sight this. You don't have the high ground, but you do have the advantage of knowing that the opponent is coming to you, and you see him playing that corner.
And you see Mad Dog and them not going together, not trying to stack up. They're splitting it. That could be a very good strategy and also very detrimental at the same time.
See Bad Dog try to get something done there. Oxy with 3, but then it's finally taken out there by Bad Dog. But this is going to have to be a quick move. I don't think there's enough time here if you're Bad Dog. You have to try to get a kill and then get out of here if you can't, but that won't happen.
Not able to get that kill. Is Boop going to try to get out of there, or is she going to take him down with the spike?
Nope, teleport out.
There you go. That's always a good one right there.
That's an action hero. That's an action hero play right there.
And look at this going into this. We have 11-4. Only two wins are needed to take this victory. Not saying that DH can't turn it around, but right now it's not looking very good for them.
Yeah. We are.
It
Go
seems
ahead.
like Long Beach was using those like first rounds and like I guess like I was saying before, like it seems like they were gaining information on DH's playstyle, like Eli was saying, and when they realized they were playing so passive, they really took advantage of that. And DH hasn't quite, come back from losing that momentum.
No, they have not. As we see Rising Rage engage, get the site basically cleared. Boop finishes with 3rd. Now BT is here. There's a boom bot in front of you. You're going to have at least one enemy there. As you see right there, you got to look at the boom bot, and there's Phantom to follow up to get one. Now it's up to Lon to keep everything locked down. But
Lon is not able to keep that with that shock arrow coming in and really getting him right there. I don't know if you guys saw in that beginning how Rising Rage took out Sagoma with that, his visuals being blocked. He did flash, which we saw that. But even then, he still had perfect sights on him. And it looked like Rising Rage wasn't even really able to see Sagoma.
No, struggled there mightily. As we see the final buy here, potentially for CSU Dominguez Hills. Obviously, no choice here. If you don't make a stand here, you don't have any more money to begin with because the game is going to be over. So they get the full buy here. Bad Dog trying to get it started and Oxy ready. Sagoma gets the ult off on Phantom. That's a good start there. We haven't seen a lot out of Sagoma, so there's a early kill. You use the ult, but damn it if you don't need to get something going now. You might as well get started and do your best.
Yeah, Rising Rage really trying to make that full rotation, trying to see if he can get some people looking his way and maybe have the other people take the other side and come up behind him. That's what it seems like.
The old dog coming there.
But the ultimate's not getting anybody. Killjoy up putting the ultimate out right now. About to go out. Killjoy's ultimate is now gone.
There's Sagoma, got by Boop, but BT is able to clean that up here. So now we're on the 3v3. BT with that, that investment into that sniper rifle. As you said, they're all crucial rounds actually. From this point on, basically until unless they make it an overtime for Dominguez Hills, you got to win no matter what. You have to win. So,
I mean, they're ready for them right now. They're all prepared. As soon as it comes around that corner, gone. Not even a problem. You saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah. And then the look away on the flash. Oxy!
They're just taking it. No problem. All right. I have to give you a high five, Eli. We called that one from the beginning.
Wax on, wax off. Oxy cleans it up. Has Dominguez Hills looking shiny, brand new, and ready for sale. That was one hell of a final round there and an incredible performance overall for CSU Long Beach. See Anarir, right? Look at that. Look at that stat line for Anarir. 21-5.
Look at the KD on that whole team was oh man, the whole entire game was nail biting. I have to say. I mean, even though it wasn't close, it's just like the amount that they put into it and how they were so aggressive. They didn't even get punished for it at all.
Yeah.
DH you can't even sugarcoat it. They got steamrolled. They got that snowball rolling and they were gone.
And one thing I want to note is that, stats don't tell the full tale, but if you look at Phantom's KDA, you would just see 11 kills, 11 deaths. And you're like, oh, they did all right. They kind of held their own, right? Their team won, whatever. They were just there. But then you look over at first blood kills. And this really tells the story of these two halves. Phantom, who has got a 500 KDA, 5 first bloods. That's really important. If your lead member, your Vanguard, is getting out there and getting those first shots and winning those first engagements for you, That's going to let you pick the pace, because if you pick one and then you pull back, you're going to drain out the resources and force the other team to commit heavily. If you get the first pick and you move in on that, you're going to force them to rotate over quickly, move quickly to try to keep up with that. And it just seemed like today, Dominguez Hills wasn't able to do that at the pace that Long Beach wanted.
And Long Beach, even with being as aggressive they were, with all that chaos they did have, they had a plan with that chaos. Their chaos was planned.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say I'm sad that Sagoma was not on Omen. I think Lon performed well those first couple of matches, but I really missed him on Omen there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, I didn't see him put nearly as, I mean, he did well. He's a good he's great at gunplay. We know this, but I just didn't see him in the kill feed like he was every other time he played Sagoma when he played Raze.
Yeah, you notice that, McRib, and it is true. And we don't know the communications, as we've mentioned before. We don't know the internal workings and what led to that decision. But it is one thing that you do notice, looking back with hindsight in mind. But, it's something that Dominguez Hills is going to work with. They, at the very least, you haven't seen Sugoma playing Omen in streamed matches. Maybe they've been off stream, maybe in scrims. So we don't know the experience level here, but it's something that Dominguez Hills is going to have to account for moving on. This is, week 3. There's more matches to be played this week, let alone heading on into the next couple of months where, things are going to get even more intense. But yeah, tough day for Dominguez Hills Burgundy. And, I look forward to seeing them bounce back. Long Beach, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think they're really good. I love rooting for them. But Dominguez Hills, I know, is a strong side, and definitely a stronger side than this scoreline would indicate.
Definitely just a good match to see both of them. I mean, yes, Long Beach taking it for sure as a steamroll in the end. And Dominguez Hills, they did put up a good fight, and they kind of did, I felt like they did fall off after they got, that 4 lead, and then.
Yeah, what was that? 4-2 for Dominguez Hills Burgundy, and then 11 straight rounds out of Long Beach to finish off? Is that right?
I think it is. I think you're right.
That might be the longest stretch of rounds. Well, no, that's the longest maybe we've casted, but there was a 13-1. Well, depending on when that one comes in, maybe there wasn't. But point being, that is definitely one of the most dominant stretches we've seen played from any of these teams thus far in the league.
For sure.
Well, I think I'm bounced back now. The internet went out on me again.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Bent. And I'm also sorry to say that was the last game for tonight. We were able to get 3 games in, which feels good, but nevertheless, it is an end to the night. We will be back on Wednesday, and I'm gonna do it to myself because I need to look up who's. McRib, will you save me? Do you have it already, or do I? I'm just gonna look right now. Do we have those next 3 games?
Oh, you saved me. You saved me.
I mean, I think I do have it actually. What is today? I don't even know what today is. The 12th?
Today is the 12th.
Yeah, so we do have CSUN Black and San Francisco State starting off with the 6-10. CSUN Red coming back against Sacramento State. And then Cal Poly Gold against San Jose State University. So those are definitely going to be some good matchups on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So you guys definitely do not want to match those because those are great teams as well.
Yeah, that San Jose State side has thus far been the most impressive side, bar none in the league. So for them on Wednesday night at around 8:30, you're definitely going to want to.
They don't lose.
No, they don't. Well,
we'll have to see if Wednesday they're going to continue it and be in their 5th win, or are they going to take the loss on that one?
They're going to take the L?
I don't know. They've gotten a lot of wins. I don't know. Can they continue that streak all the way through, though?
We've seen dominant stretches out of esports orgs, sports teams, but it all matters at the end. It's how you finish. And for tonight, I am Eli the Curry.
I've been the OG Bent.
And I'm Queen McRib.
See you all on Wednesday, starting out for more Valorant League.
Bye, guys.